Hey guys, and welcome to Fit Tip Friday. This is the video series where I take a question that I've been asked at some point and give you a quick, precise, to the point answer. Today's question is, why does my weight fluctuate so much? But first, take 2 seconds to subscribe to my YouTube channel, AshMayPT, and also give the video a thumbs up whilst you're at it. Okay, so just before we get into why your weight fluctuates so much, it's important to understand that weight fluctuation is completely normal and it should be expected. However, I completely understand that when somebody is really locked into a dieting phase and they're consistent and on it, same routine every day, day in, day out, but still their weight is going up and down, it can seriously mess with your head. It's definitely not unheard of for your weight to fluctuate multiple pounds day to day. And because of that, it's really important that when you're looking at your weight, you're not looking at it as a day-to-day thing. You're taking an average of a week and comparing week's average to week's average and month's average to month's average. So for example, weigh yourself every morning of the week, add those 7 weights up at the end of the week, divide that by 7, and there's your weekly average weight, and that's going to help balance out some of those fluctuations. In terms of why your weight might be fluctuating, to be honest, there are tons of reasons, way more than I know, way more than we can ever comprehend. However, there are some key main offenders which we will go through now. Nearly all the time, weight fluctuation is due to water retention. So something you might not know is that for every 1 gram of carbohydrates you eat in a day, your body stores 4 grams of water. That means if you ate just an extra 50 grams of carbs in a day, which really isn't that much, it's only 200 calories, the next morning you could literally be half a pound heavier just from the water that you're retaining from those extra 200 calories of carbs. You haven't gained half a pound of fat, it's just a fluctuation, and that's one reason why. The same goes for have you trained recently. When you train, you're going to mess around with the water levels within your muscle because you're depleting, replenishing glycogen and all those kind of things. If you've trained the night before, when you don't normally, yeah, you're going to have a different amount of water retention in the morning. If you take a deload week, for example, and you strip back all your training, towards the end of the week, you'll probably have very low weight fluctuations because you've not been using your muscles as much, so they're not holding on to as much water as usual. Another one, let's get out of the way. Have you been to the toilet? If no, then how much did you drink the night before? If one evening you have 2 glasses of water before bed, and the day after you have 1 glass of water before bed, your level of hydration in the morning is going to be different, so your weight is going to be different. The same goes for alcohol. If you have a night out and drink a lot of alcohol, when you wake up you're going to be really dehydrated and you're going to have a big dip in your weight unless you've eaten a load of rubbish along with the alcohol, which is quite common. Another one that a lot of people aren't aware of is stress levels and sleep. Both of these things can really influence the amount of water that your body's retaining. So if you're low on sleep, high on stress, or both, you can expect fluctuations, usually going up. And the last one here to mention is the time you wake up. If you work shifts and one morning you're waking up early and weighing yourself at 5 AM, and another day you're weighing yourself at 10 AM because you're working a later shift, obviously the amount of digestion and stuff like that that's happened in your body is going to be completely different, so is your weight. And the very last one to mention is if you're a woman, your period, that cycle, is going to completely mess with your water retention and your weight is going to be all over the place depending on where you are in your cycle. So for women, men it's not an issue, but for women, I would, rather than looking at your weight as daily or weekly, unfortunately you have to compare stage of cycle to stage of cycle, not week to week. I know it's frustrating. I do emphasise. That's all for today guys though. I hope that explains some of the reasons why your weight might be fluctuating so damn much. I know it's frustrating and we can do a lot about it, but there is also only so much we can do about it. If you have any questions on what I went over in this video, make sure to drop them in the comment section. I'll get right back to you. Let me know if you have any questions for future episodes. Thank you so much for watching. Until the next one, see you later guys.